Hey, Shorzo here. Hope you guys are well. And in this video, I found this power tower and it's quite different compared to the rest of them. So I thought I'd give it a go. And it's turned out pretty good actually. If you guys are interested on how I built it, don't go anywhere. But if you want to skip to the tour, it's on the 10th minute. I'm getting closer and closer to that 500 subscriber mark. So if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. So it's in a really good location. It's right next to the Sunny Top station. So if you want to put a shop there, it's a really good place to put a shop. So I've placed my camp right up high up there so I can have a high build capacity. And the first thing I'm going to do is build a floor onto that bar. Similar to a previous video I've done on a power tower that's different to this one. I'll leave that in the description. So as always, it starts with a foundation, and I want to line it up through this gap here. I want to build the stairs through that gap, so I just want to line it up central to that middle part there. It's looking all right. I need to bring it back a bit, or forward even. See if this will work. So I can't put stairs all the way through, but I can put a floor, and then I can build another set of stairs. So it's a little bit wonky, so I'm going to edge it to the left a bit. See if that works. Yeah, it's a shame I can't build stairs all the way through. But I feel like the floor is a nice touch. Gives it that stability. Let's see what that looks like now. Yep, that's all straight. So we can build the other set of stairs now, going up. It should level with that bar nicely. We'll double check. See if there's any gaps. Oh, there's a tiny gap there, so we'll have to readjust that foundation. Let's check the sides. That's all right. Yeah, it needs to go a bit left as well, so we'll put it left a bit and down a bit. And I can't readjust that foundation there, so I'm going to have to build away from it so I have more room to play around with it. So yeah, it's more of a slope back here, so I can put it down a bit further. I was quite surprised that I could build a full floor within this power tower, because obviously it's a different size to the other power towers. This one's more straightforward actually, because the other power towers you got to put like little floors in all the time, whereas this one you can just use all the full floors all the way throughout, which is quite handy. This was actually pretty surprisingly easy. That's looking good so far at the moment. Let's check this back one. I forgot to check the back one actually. It needs to go back a tiny bit. And I'm going to put a load of small floors into this one for a reason. I want to have like a choice where I'm going to put the stairs basically. I don't know where I'm going to put the stairs yet, but I just want that choice. So there's a few building foundations that I can choose from. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, that's fine. It's not perfect, but there's no gaps, so that'll be fine. Nothing looks like it's floating. Let's have a look underneath as well. No, that's all good. It's pretty cool because it's basically a floating camp, but in reality it doesn't look like one. And going on to the second floor, luckily it kind of merges into the bars on the sides here. So yeah, that looks fixed in place also. I would like to see some more existing structures put into this game, such as more broken houses or maybe even abandoned raider camps that you can build on as well. And my favourite type of builds are on existing structures. Reason being is that you can spend all your budget, and plus you've got that bonus of the existing structure that just makes your whole camp look absolutely massive. And yeah, it makes it look like it's part of the game also. Not to say building from scratch isn't a good thing. I've seen some really immersive camps built out there from scratch, with help with the atomic shop items. And without spending money in the atomic shop, you could make your camp look really good just by using these existing structures. And if you're a bit OCD like me with my camps, then yeah, you could make something really cool. Almost finished with the stairs now, and we've reached the limit, so we can't do any more stairs. And I can't really build on the top of this power tower anyway, because there's like this weird invisible wall. It's literally impossible. But starting from this foundation, I've kind of just made it up as I was going along, and it just all fits into place from that starting foundation. I only had to readjust it for that first floor, and this part of the build kind of just came with it, I suppose. It kind of lines up perfectly underneath, so I can get really creative here. Annoyingly, I can only put a small floor at the end here just to fill that gap. But having a look, yeah, it lines up pretty well. So I can't use the proper walls because it blocks it, obviously, so I'm having to use half walls. But I will figure out a way for it to kind of look like it's latched onto the power tower, because as you can see, there's a gap there. And also with the flooring, there's a gap there as well. But if you see in a previous video of mine, there is a way of merging the walls together by using the floor on the outside. But in this case, I've done it the wrong way around. The floor needs to be on the left side. So when you merge it, I'll use a window this time actually. When you merge it, now I can delete that. So we'll build these all the way around to enclose it, because this is going to be like a, I don't know what's going to be yet. It might be the bedroom maybe, where people sleep up there or something. So I can put these corner ones on, but I can't put the half ones on. These ones are pretty good to kind of glitch in, so I feel like it gives it a lot of character actually. It's kind of just made it look like it's attached. So I'm going to put some posts on the stairs just to stabilize it a bit, because that top floor is floating. It's kind of relying on that bit that we've just built basically. So these will make it look like it's stabilized a bit better. That looks pretty good so far. I'm going to put some concrete barricades along here. Annoyingly, whilst building this, you do get enemies spawning. Where those cables go down, there's like a little power plant area, and you get some scorched spawning there, and they do shoot at the camp. So I'm going to put some turrets down just to defend both sides. Why not? But yeah, they shoot from a distance, and it's annoying because they spawn there a lot. So it's a good idea to put some turrets down. Also, I'm going to put some wooden barricades just dotted around on the staircase. I can't fill the whole staircase, but I think it looks good kind of just dotted around everywhere. Gives it a cool raider look. It's kind of half done because raiders are lazy. Most of them anyway. Right, so on the bottom floor of this whole camp, on the actual ground, I'm going to do like an outhouse directly underneath everything. So I'm using that first foundation where the stairs are to kind of get a foundation for this building, because we know that foundation is perfect for it to be kind of central within the power tower. But I do have to move it to the left a bit, but it's still lined up with it. So, and also I've raised it up as well. Drop a like if you're enjoying the video so far. It really does help me out. It gets the video out there, and hopefully other people can see this cool build that I've done. Right, so for this outhouse, it's quite cool because these cars are here as well, which kind of blends in with the camp. I tried to put something in the boot of that van, but even with the rug glitch, it's kind of funny to do it, so I can't, it's not really doable. And it's just going to be a one-story building underneath here, and there's going to be like a rooftop access as well. I'm going to use various floors to give it some character. Just a few planks everywhere. I don't know what this is going to be yet. You will see that in the tour. I'll explain what I've done and stuff. But yeah, so far so good. The staircase is looking really good. I'm also going to do like a box house just on the outside here. Again, you'll see what happens in the tour, what I've done with that. Just want to use a lot of the budget. I want to use 100% of the budget. Well, I want to use at least 50% of the budget for the main building, and then the other 50% for the decorations. I'm trying to make a bit more effort on decorations at the moment. That needs to get better. So you could be the judge of that on the tour. If you guys do know if there's a similar power tower elsewhere, I would like to know where it is, because I might do a build there as well. Let's change that wall to metal actually. I think that looks a bit better rather than wood. And for the last bit for the building, I'm just going to do a little outside area either side of this building. Maybe put a cool little barbecue area there. It's time for the tour now. Enjoy. So first things first, there's this little house out here, and this is the guardhouse which watches over the road out there and looks after the place. There's a little toilet in here as well, and it actually looks like somebody's used it. Looks like poo in there, or it might be someone else, but it doesn't look nice in there. Anyways, moving on. The sparks on these wires are a pretty nice touch to the camp. There's 2 of them actually. Makes the camp look a bit alive, do you know what I mean? Let's move over to here, and yes, I did turn this into a shop, and I've done pretty well with the decorations, I think. Tell me what you guys think, but yeah, I've put some nice signs up, a little seating area. I do have a lot of stuff in the shop, mainly weapons, and I do sell them at a decent price. Like, I'm not selling weapons for like 5,000 caps, like, I make them fair. So if you come by one of my camps, make sure to look into my shop because I've got some good deals for you guys. This is like a little seating area outside the shop, and this ice box is kind of synced through the wall. Don't know, just adds more character into the interior, I suppose. Like, but moving on, around here is just some storage. And yeah, as I said, the enemies spawn down here, and they're at a weird distance, so the turrets actually don't pick them up, and they're shooting at my camp. They like to shoot one of these posts, and the turrets just don't pick it up. But unless I shoot one of them, then the turrets pick it up and they start firing at them. But yeah, I think it's just a weird glitchy distance they're at, which is annoying because every time I load up a game, there's always someone shooting. So in here, I think I've done pretty well with the decorations. Put some time into this. And yeah, this is the building underneath everything. Mainly for players to use the workbenches. I've kind of got a bit of everything around here. This is my own workshop. No one's allowed to use a power armor workbench. Only I have the privilege to use that. Call me selfish if you want. And yeah, it's pretty cool up here. It's quite scrappy looking up here. Nice little sofa with a radio. Got some food going on in the barbecue. And yeah, back here is pretty empty. I would have liked to put something out here. And I wanted to put some storage boxes inside this van here, but as I said, the rug glitch wouldn't work, so put a wagon back here just to fill the empty space up. And I've got one purifier here because there's enough purifier water that you can find out there, so I don't want to go mad with that. Got a couple of plants that were already here actually. So making our way up. So I've used 100% of the budget and I couldn't put anything else on the staircase, and I left the staircase till last because I wanted to fill in the main buildings first. So I didn't really need to fill the staircase anyway, it's the staircase at the end of the day. So, and up here is my favourite bit. I've managed to get some lights onto the actual metal. Got a little generator here. I would have preferred to put this generator on top of the power tower because I wanted the camp to look like it's powered from the actual power tower because there's sparks going on and everything. But yeah, let's just pretend that's not there. Fancy scientific workbench there. And yeah, I did put a couple of beds up here. They're both the same. And I wish I could have decorated a bit more up here on the walls, but I used 100% now, so it's quite nice up here. And this metal rooftop here does actually act as a rooftop because sometimes when you build a camp underneath existing structures, the rain does actually fall on your screen and it doesn't actually act as a roof. But I've tested it out. When there is rain, there's no rain underneath here, so you don't get that rain effect on the screen. So it's doing its job. As always, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my videos. So next week's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to do a playthrough on one of the old Stalker games. I thought I'd give it a go because there's a new Stalker game coming out this year. So you will see that on the channel when that comes out. As always guys, I appreciate you all, and yeah, see you in the next one. Cheers.